Yo, what's up, broskies? Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And today for you guys, I have a W guide video. Today I'm gonna explain how the best players in the world currently use the grapple hook and the new wildcards in Bloodstrike. I will mention though that Alondra will obviously not be covered within this video. I know a lot of people have been asking about a video on Alondra, and I must say it's a little bit too early to make a guide video for her, but I already found some interesting tech for Alondra mobile wise, so the guide video will be coming pretty soon, so I guess you guys can be hyped about it. But let's go back to the main topic of this video, and obviously it is that we focus today on the grapple hook and the wildcards. We will be doing two parts. First part will be the grapple hook, and then the second part will be the wildcards. And for the wildcards, I thought I'm gonna do something more interesting and special. We will be doing a separate tier list. Why are we covering the wildcards? Because I just want to give you guys my opinion obviously on every single wildcard and what I think you guys should pick up and what you guys should just leave on the ground. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video, into the first part. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, broskies. And yeah, let's start. So let's start with the first part, and that is obviously, like I said, the grapple hook. The grapple hook is a really W addition to Bloodstrike. It adds so much more movement and such a different gameplay now to Bloodstrike, because people can't camp on high ground anymore. It is much easier to go on high ground now with the grapple hook. But the number one thing people are struggling with it right now is how to use it, because I've seen a lot of people use the grapple hook in my games, especially enemies, and absolutely just flying against walls, getting stuck somewhere, or like using it completely wrong. And today I want to change this with this first part of this guide video and show you guys how you should actually use the grapple hook. The first thing I should explain is probably how you obtain a grapple hook. Obviously, the first thing is you find it randomly on the ground. That is actually pretty on the rarer side because it's a high graded value item, so you won't be finding it on the ground that easily, but it is possible. And the best way you can get a grapple hook is buying yourself a loadout. Currently, it is really impossible to say when it spawns with the loadout. It does spawn with the loadout. Most of the times it spawns with your loadout, and my personal experience is it always spawns with my first loadout that I buy myself. I will get a grapple hook besides the loadout. It will spawn. I can't say every single time though. I had some games where the first loadout that I dropped, I found no grapple hook around my loadout, even though it was my first loadout. And then the second one I bought, I had a grapple hook, but that is like really on the rarer side. Most of the times, the first loadout that I bought myself, a grapple hook spawned. But don't get me wrong, by the way, if you think that the loadout that spawns from the game side, well, basically like after some time, loadout spawn automatically without yourself buying a loadout. If you think that a grapple hook will spawn there, no. It will not. I have never gotten a grapple hook out of a loadout that's got spawned by the game, so I won't recommend trying to land there to get a grapple hook because it will not spawn. But I must say that it's just on my experience. Maybe for some reason for you it spawned there, because currently it is really hard to say how the grapple hook spawns. It is pretty random. Maybe it's also a glitch that sometimes it doesn't spawn with the first loadout that you buy yourself. I don't know. But like I said, with the first loadout that you buy yourself, normally a grapple hook should come with it. The second and third loadout after should normally have no grapple hook, but I also had some situations where I died and came back, then bought a loadout, then I had a grapple hook again. I don't know if it's affected by if you have a grapple hook equipped and then you buy a loadout for yourself, then it gives you no grapple hook, or if you have no grapple hook, okay, then the game says, okay, you bought yourself a loadout, now I'm gonna give you a grapple hook because you don't have your grapple hook in your inventory. That is also pretty hard to say, but to get to the point, basically, normally the best way to get a grapple hook indefinitely is a loadout that you buy yourself. So now that we have that absolutely unnecessarily insanely confusing part done, we're gonna go into how to actually use the grapple hook. The grapple hook has two charges. It automatically recharges after some time if you have used one of your charges. It activates at the point you're looking at, basically where your cursor is, and it will basically grapple you in that direction you are looking. And that is the simple explanation. But now the advanced explanation is a little bit different. different. So what you can do instead of just doing a normal grapple hook is what I would basically say a curved grapple hook. What you basically do is when you grapple hook, you'll look, for example, up to basically curve the trajectory, I hope I say it right, more in an upwards manner to gain more of a height while you are flying. The same thing works if you curve to the right, or basically look to the right, curve to the left, look to the left, while you also put the joystick in that direction you wanna curve, I guess. The best explanation, or the simple explanation I can just give you guys, just think of the grapple hook as a baseball. Just think of it as a baseball. That's really simple. You just curve it. You just curve your grapple hook direction to basically just get a better end result. The grapple hook should be always used for rotations or push situations. If you just need to push someone, you should try to at least have one charge left at all times, that whenever an unforeseen situation comes where you need to get away, you can use it. I most of the time just use every single one of my charges as soon as I have it, but just try to use it smartly. For example, if you're in a tight spot, you can't get away and you have your grapple hook, like here for example on the rock, just grapple hook out of that situation instantly. Grapple hook is a really good get out of jail free card, like it's so easy, but also you need to watch out when you use it. You need to use the grapple hook like a baby. You need to make sure you don't mispress any button while using the grapple hook. Any kind of mispress will cancel your grapple hook, and trust me, the first couple times I used a grapple hook, that fucked me over. I just hope you will fastly adjust to not mispressing. You will do it, it's fine, but make sure you don't waste your grapple hooks. You can still shoot, and I highly advise you guys making sure you have the right weapon you want to go into the fight equipped before you take that grapple hook, because you can pre-fire in the grapple hook. What I like to do sometimes, I just like start shooting when I see the person to get some shots in, something like that, but still make sure you don't click on the weapon when you use the grapple hook or ability button. It will cancel the grapple hook and will be really annoying for you, and you can probably die. And oh my god, bro, why am I even doing this? And that was the first part of this video covering the grapple hook. I hope you guys understood everything. And without further ado, we're gonna go to the second part, and probably the more interesting part of this video. That is the wildcards and the side tier list that we're gonna do with the wildcards. And I think without further ado, we're gonna go right into it, man. So here we are. As you guys can see, I have the tier list ready. We're gonna be going over the rare ones first, then working our way up to the epics, and then finally talking about the legendary wildcards, and we're gonna categorize each into a tier. We're gonna start off with the first one, and that is smoke cover. Smoke cover is pretty simple. It generates smoke upon being down. It is pretty simple. We have also seen this like before, even the wildcard update and everything, with the modifiers that we had before. It was one of the modifiers. Smoke cover, I think, pretty simple. Doesn't help that much. I mean, it sometimes leads to you being able to self-res and somehow flee, but the chances are most of the time pretty small that you make it out alive. But there is a possibility, and it's 100% a little bit annoying for the enemy trying to find you within that smoke when you being down, but most of the time they just execute you. I would give smoke a solid C tier. It's not something I would have even after mid-game. Early game, I guess, if I have it, I guess nice, but I would definitely drop it for any of the other ones starting off rare. Next one is power boots. Power boots also, of course, pretty simple because it's a rare. Immune to fall impact and reduces fall damage. This one is actually pretty nice, as you guys can see here. Like you basically don't have the fall damage animation. You take like almost no fall damage. I actually like this one. I would also not keep it. Most of all the rares I would never keep. If you're a good player, you can negate the fall damage anyways by just popping your parachute like right before you hit the ground if you're a good player. So technically this is probably one of the more useless ones, so I would put this actually on D tier. Next up, we have the Winger card. Winger is by far the best one from all the rares, from all the wild cards, because it extends tactical sprint duration and increases speed when crouching, vaulting, or climbing. It has the most useful factor in most scenarios from all the rares, and also there is a little trick with the UMP laser sight that you can do right now, where you can do like some really fast crouched movement. I personally don't do it because I don't like UMP, and I have also never seen it practically in game. It's just a bunch of TikToks that I saw and I tried to recreate it. I would put this theoretically at the highest C tier, putting this in front of smoke cover, and probably all the rares will also go behind the Winger. Winger is definitely the best rare, but it still isn't better than the epics and the legendaries. Next up, we have mobility reload. As the icon suggests, it is reload while sprinting. I mean, it is nice. I would probably put this at low C. Next up, we have Execution Master. Restores all armor and partially restores health upon executing an enemy. Because executing is something you normally never want to do mid-game or mid-game happening, or like while you're playing the game. Only if you want to spite somebody, but you never like actually go through with the execution. You just tap it a little bit to be annoying, and then you stop doing it and then just kill the person, because execution just takes so long and you most of the time just die like while you're doing the execution because it takes so much time. And yeah, that's why I think this is the worst from all the wild cards. Like, no, like technically thinking wise, it is good, but you never want to keep this. You don't even want to pick it up, like, because you're never gonna use it. So yeah, that's why it's probably the worst wild card in the game. Next up, we have Riot Armor. Reduces damage received from explosions. This is something that I guess I could theoretically see. Still, you will not be keeping this after mid game or like even after early game, because there's just so much better stuff. And yeah, it's just how it is. But as you guys can see here, we can see the rare ones already occupying the C and D tiers. I mean, they tried making sure that the rare ones are rare and not actually like top tier ones. Theoretically, arguably, Winger can go B tier for the absolute crackheads that wanna like go crazy with the UMP. So don't get me wrong, this can be here, but for most of you guys, it is the highest C tier, it's the best rare one, but you will not play it after mid game. Next up, we have Keen Intuition. Reveals the enemy direction when aimed by an enemy outside your line of sight. So you basically just have the footstep stuff while you are aiming now. If you didn't know, when you aim, you don't see the footsteps anymore. I hope you guys even knew that. But yeah, this is actually not that bad, but I would actually put this, I think, low D. This is honestly one I would also never pick up. I would never need this because I have a headset, so yeah. Next up, we have Slide Reload. This is definitely one of the better epics. Reloads part of the magazine while sliding. And as you guys know, we almost slide every single second in this game. And the reload part is really, really good. In some fights, it really, really saves your ass. I would put this in B tier. I think we can all agree that Slide Reload is deserving of being in B tier. It really is goated. You most of the time still reload. it's kind of funny. Most of the times I still reload and I have the Wildcard equipped, but yeah, definitely a B tier. It's a really good perk. Next up is AED. It basically improves rescue effectiveness. Speeds up your own rescue and increases post-rescue health. This card definitely shines if you get sniped from somewhere far away and this one, like someone is chasing up to you, and you just fast up because you have the perk equipped, like you have the card equipped. I see definitely this one having a huge usage. And also that you have more health after being res. I think this one is definitely good. It definitely can shine the scrims. This definitely is like a mid-tier perk. Like if you have like nothing better and you have this, I think this one is definitely one that you would want in your inventory. And next up is probably my favorite epic, and that is kinetic recovery. Kinetic recovery is really nice because after moving for a while, you gradually recover HP and armor. The reasoning why I think this is the best epic is the same reason why I think Emma is the best character in the game. Maybe not anymore because Alundra is out, but that's a topic for another video. But the reason I always play Emma, why Emma is my favorite character in the game, is because of her passive healing, and this one restores your HP and armor. It doesn't do it as fast as Emma, obviously, and everything else, but just for the reason that it does heal, it is probably an A tier. This is probably the only epic I'm also only gonna put in A tier. It is absolutely amazing. If you have it, if you don't have a stacked out legendary, you want this. You definitely want this in your inventory. I see this coming out crazy in like an end game situation when your whole team, like if you don't have heals anymore or something, like in a huge tournament scrims, this one can save your butt. Maybe if you don't use an ammo, like the ammo doesn't have a B. I see this one coming out really useful. Really useful. So if you have a slot open and you see this one, definitely pick it up. And honestly, this kinetic recovery is pretty rare. I've seen it like only 1 or 2 times in my games, and I've already played like 50 games already. Kinetic recovery is done. Next up is expanded awareness. Larger footstep dedication radius. This is one where you can argue with me. I honestly don't see the value, because normally in this tournament or scrim situation, you know where people are, but sometimes there can be campers. Like, this one can give you a huge upper hand and in noticing stuff before the enemy team does. So I can see that at least like you dedicate one person in your team in a scrimmer tournament to have this one equipped, that you can basically like IGL, like I saw a footstep indicator this way, there could be a team, so we should probably take this right house. Like, this one can help you like taking POIs or like taking houses in like a going in zone situation, because you can tell earlier on if people are in the house already and you can't go into the house or can't get that house because it's already taken. So in the tournament scrim setting wise, it has its potential. But in ranked, I don't see it. Like, you honestly don't. Like, anything that gives you a better recognition of where people are footstep wise doesn't even matter. Like, footstep indicator wise doesn't even matter, because normally good people have a headset on and hear sounds and can tell before the footstep indicator is even there where people are. I personally never even look at the footstep indicator because I just hear everything off the headset sound. So yeah, I would put this, to be fair, because I see the scrim and tournament potential, I would put this in B and just back B. Next up, we have Hunter's Instinct. Hunter's Instinct is the only one where I'm not sure from all the wildcards. It's because it's so situational. Basically what it does, it reveals enemy teammates locations after a KO. So if you basically completely finish someone, you see the rest of his alive teammates marked like on the map or something. It is really situational. The only way I see this being useful is if you're doing a kill race in a tournament with not many players being in the lobby, because Bloodstrike is so chaotic, so much happening all the time, that you honestly never like need something where you can find people faster. I guess maybe in a bot lobby, or maybe so many people are scared, but I mean, drone is there also. Like, there's so many visible ways where you can find out where people are. I would put this, I guess, to be fair, in C. Personally, I would put it in D, because I would never see the potential use. I see why it could be crazy good, but I also don't see it being useful in Bloodstock and other games like Warzone, I guess. But I don't see it being, I don't see it. I just don't see it. So I'm just gonna put it in low C, and I think we can confidently go on with the legendaries now. So first up, I put the worst legendary first. I can see why people are gonna go crazy now. I'm saying this is the worst one, but the worst one is Swordmaster. Obviously, before we go on and like, I'm gonna put these one in ranks, any of these you should keep. Like, if you find them, definitely pick them up, keep them till maybe you want to switch them out like between the other legendaries. But I personally hate Swordmaster. I don't see the personal use of Swordmaster besides you being a mobile player and I'm a mobile player, you being a mobile player and you just wanna camp and wait till someone comes into your room and you wanna knife him to death. But yeah, before I'm gonna blabber on, what does Swordmaster actually do? Melee weapons deal higher damage and have a larger attack range. Yeah, maybe melee weapons deal higher damage. I think it goes from a 60 default damage to 90. I mean, if you're a mobile player and you like to knife, this could be your perfect card. But personally, I would drop this every single time over any other legendary and even some epics. Like I would drop this Swordmaster over kinetic recovery, over slide reload, over AEDs. Actually, even like I personally never knife. Like after early game you never knife normally, like only if you don't have guns anymore. I guess situational, if you die and you didn't lose Swordmaster, luckily you can knife somebody to death off rip after respawn. But yeah, I personally think any other legendary is better, but obviously it's still better than all the rares. I think I would put it right here. But yeah, let's go on with the next one, and that is Overshield. Gain additional energy shield that regenerates after breaking following a cooldown period. I have also an example, obviously, as gameplay here on the legendary ones. Overshield is in one of my top 3 cards. Basically, you have 3 card slots, and this would be, like, if I could choose, this would be one of the top 3 cards I would always want. So yeah, this is 100% S tier. I mean, as you guys can see, you gain additional energy shield, and everything that gives you more health or shield is just absolutely busted. It regenerates all the time. I think Overshield definitely one of the better ones, better legendary ones, and I would always keep this in my top 3 if I could choose my top 3 cards. Next up, we have Arms Expert. Faster ADS, infinite reserve ammo, timed replenishment of throwables. Most people would probably focus on the fact that you have infinite ammo in terms of reserves, but I think what people should focus more is that you have infinite grenades. My god, you have infinite grenades. Do you see the possibility of how annoying you can be in scrims and tournaments? Just being able to throw grenades the whole time. You can pressure people so much. Like if you have a good angle where people can't hit you back and you throw the grenades the whole time in their house, you can be so annoying. Like you can just be so annoying with this perk that in scrims and tournaments, I would put this in S tier. Imagine all of your team having Arms Expert. I personally, in ranked or peak mode, I personally wouldn't pick it up. This would be not in my top 3. This is my top 4. Like this would be my 4th best card. I would say I wouldn't choose it over Overshield. Like if I would need to choose. But Arms Expert in scrims and tournaments would be 100% in my inventory. Like infinite grenades, come on, broski. Infinite grenades. I mean, infinite reserves is also pretty nice because you can just spam the whole time and farm shield. What also is a fact that you need to do sometimes in scrims and tournaments. But yeah, Arms Expert could be probably one of the busted ones just because the fact you have infinite grenades. Next up is one of my top 3 cards, and that is the Victory Rush. Victory Rush gives reduced armor recovery interval, gain an additional temporary movement speed and reload speed bonus when breaking enemy armor. And this is basically like the card for pushers. This is amazing. Gaining any buff while fighting gives you an advantage, and that advantage being so crazy right here with Victory Rush is an instantly S tier and my 2nd favorite card in the game. By far amazing. You should pick this always up. It should always be in your inventory. So, we are almost done. Next up, we have the Steadfast. Steadfast is after remaining still for a short time, gain increased weapon damage and damage reduction. So this one is probably the 2nd worst of the legendaries, and for some of you probably the worst one of the legendaries, dependable if you like knifing or not. I will already put this above B. Steadfast is really nice to just camp, I guess, maybe for sniping. Like having that, I guess, increase in weapon damage and damage reduction for sniping will probably be amazing because you can go look out, go for the snipes real quick and so on. Like you have less of a worry. I mean, damage testing wise, I tested it with the default pistol. As you guys can see, I did a little more damage on body with the perk on that I did without the perk, and with the perk on, I took less damage, going from 30 to 28, I think it was in my head, because I don't have the video open right now, the gameplay open. But yeah, I see its usage. I would still not pick it up over slide reload and kinetic recovery. I see the potential of the camping though. I see the potential in scrims and tournaments though. If you didn't find any other, I guess, better perk, then you can pick it up. And the best for last is Exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is basically what it says: increase movement speed and can perform a double jump mid-air. The double jump is the most broken thing in game. You can basically change your whole gameplay around because it opens up so much possibilities. As you guys can see, I'm like basically climbing everything up here and doing insane movement. Exoskeleton is just amazing, and by far I think everyone would agree with me that it's the best card in the game. There are two exceptions though where I would say I would maybe not pick up Exoskeleton, and the first one is when I play a Laundra, because like it doesn't go well with the jetpack. Like you press the jump button and then hold the jump button to activate the jetpack, you double press the jump button to do the double jump. It mixes up not well with the jetpack ability, and that's where I can see most of you guys maybe actually dropping Exoskeleton, and I personally also did it the first couple hours. I kind of got used to it now, so I keep the Exoskeleton, but it doesn't mix well. Second thing is, if you jump with the Grapple Hook and then double jump while the Grapple Hook activated, it cancels your Grapple Hook, so this is also something where you need to watch out. But besides that, Exoskeleton is by far the best wildcard in the game. And now we are done with the tier list. Cinema, absolute cinema, finally done. I can stop now. I'm done. Let's go. To finish up everything, I hope I explained everything fine. I know I am a huge yapper, and I'm also German, so translating everything into English to how I feel about some stuff might be a little bit confusing, but I hope every single time I got the point across, what I feel about every single wildcard and how I feel about the grapple, and explain everything right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm basically done. This took too long. I still need to edit. Yeah, Sleepy from the past. This took long to edit. It's fucking 3 AM, bro. I am absolutely done. But yeah, broskis, if you enjoyed this guide video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for my suffering. I hope I helped you guys. I really do. And yeah, I see you guys in the absolute maximumissimus. The next one. I'm done. See you guys.